Hey, Alex here, and today we're discussing ability. So, we have three particular phrases or words that we're looking at. We're looking at can, could, and be able to. Now the first two, can and could, can be used in more situations other than just simply speaking about ability. So you can use them to make requests. Can, in particular, you can also use to ask for permission. But today we're strictly focusing on talking about ability. So what is ability? Ability basically means like having the skill, the power, or the means to do something. So for can, very basic. I can swim. I can swim. Okay, there's a very special point to be made about this sentence though. When discussing can, or when using can, it can only be used in its infinitive form. Meaning that you cannot say, I can to swim. You can't do that. So the verb that follows can must be in its base form. So you cannot have I can swimming, or I can dancing, or I can to dance, I can to swim. It simply must be the base form of the verb. So, just give me one moment. We must say, I can swim. Okay, and if you'll keep in mind that this is the present form. Now, we can also use can for future when we're talking about the possibility of doing something in the future. So if someone asks you, can you help me study for my test today? You can say, no, I can't, but I can help you tomorrow. However, you cannot use it for the past. So can only be used in the present or when talking about the possibility of doing something in the future. So let's write that down. So we said, I can help you tomorrow. Okay, so can, we can use it in the present and for future. Now could, specifically we use this when discussing about past possibility or past ability. So, you would say, my grandma could swim, if your grandma could swim in the past. If we're talking about, as morbid as it seems, a deceased relative, my grandma could swim, or my grandma could speak 5 languages. So let's use that. My grandma could swim. So my grandma had the power to swim. She could swim. Okay, and again, just like can, you must use the base form of the verb. You cannot say my grandma could to swim or my grandma could swimming. It must be my grandma could swim, or my grandma could walk, my grandma could dance, my grandma could sing. She could probably do all those things. So let's look at be able to. Now, so far we've got the present and the future covered with can when talking about our ability. We've got the past covered when we talk about could. And this one, well, this one covers it all. So you can say, I will be able to drive in the future when I get my license. I can drive, or I was able to drive when I was 16 years old. So again, be able to, let's say, I am able to drive. Okay, so again, that is the present form of that. And again, you can say, I was able to drive, or I will be able to drive. So be able to covers the entire gamut, the entire arena, if you will, of the tenses. So just a reminder, can, you can use it for talking about your ability in the present. I can swim, I can drive. You can talk about it, about future possibility. I can help you tomorrow. When talking about could, you would talk about the past. My grandma could swim. And when using be able to and talking about your ability, you can use it in any tense. I am able to drive. I was able to drive in the past. I will be able to drive. Okay, so I'll let that sink in for you guys for a couple of moments, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now let's talk about a special case when using can, could, and be able to, specifically when we're talking about the past. Now, I mentioned that you can use could for talking about the past, like my grandma could drive. But when you're talking about specific achievements in the past, so let's say you won something or you got something major, you cannot use could. So here is the example I have here. It would be better if I go to this side so you guys can see it. It says, I blank win the spelling bee. So the spelling bee is a specific achievement. Okay? And it's something that happened in the past. So would we say, I could win the spelling bee when we're talking about the past? Doesn't sound quite right. So we would say, I was able to win the spelling bee. Okay? So I hope that clears it up a bit. That is one special exception that I hope will stick with you guys. So thank you for watching, and for more videos, please check out engvid.com. I'll see you guys later. Take care.